Recruiting is the lifeblood of any program. You need to have the whole package to really have success. Keely Roy is the whole package. She's not only an outstanding soccer player, she's a great kid, great attitude, wants to get better. Those kids are hard to find. She's a playmaker, she's a goal scorer. You know, for me, she's one of the best players in the state.
Plays it long to the box. Turned by Roy. Left-footed shot is into the bottom right corner.
She's such a creative midfielder. She's so dangerous going forward that she scares defenders. The biggest thing about Keely that I love when you watch her specifically, she always has a smile on her face when she plays. She makes a mistake and, you know, she just lets it roll off her back.
This is what you dream about kind of as a younger soccer player. It's like, these are some of the best players in the country I'm playing with and against, and it's like awesome to have the opportunity to play with these players and Jim to be putting me in a great position to distribute the ball and attack.
Taking the shot now, high and right through, upper corner, an electric strike by Keely Roy.
We have the same, I think, values and ideals about the game, and I think growing up in Santa Rosa has been a big factor.
Newman's a big sports school, but I feel like soccer was kind of on the back burner, so it's not like you're coming from an area where everyone's watching you practice. You have to create a lot more for yourself and work a lot harder for coaches to see you.
The first year I came in was her sophomore year, and it was really about, do we have enough players to play? And so Carl Newman really didn't have much success in soccer, really until Keely's junior year.
I think it motivated people. It's like when you have something to prove, you play differently.
And then the Fires hit. It just changed everything.
Now let's turn to Cardinal Newman High School this morning, one of the buildings devastated by that fire.
Now, this is a small campus, just over 600 students. The school's principal estimates that up to 18 of the 35 classrooms have been destroyed.
I think one of the big things was that when the school burned, when players and students started recognizing that they'd lost their school. For a lot of kids, school is their secondary home. And then we started hearing about teammates that had lost their homes.
I can't imagine how it really disrupts the lives of these families up there and all their friends' houses burning down, no place to stay.
It was right during our high school season. I was spending every day with these girls. I was their captain. We had seniors who lost homes and they weren't in a position to really lead the team at that point. And so I kind of had to step up.
The fires affected the girls in a way that instead of drifting apart and separating them, it actually pulled them together.
I think soccer was so important, just having something that's just normal and it feels like how everything should be and just something to get your mind off of it. We just worked to do sleepovers and have fun at practice.
Practice was their time to come back together because they weren't seeing each other during the day. And so it wasn't all about winning, it was about taking care of each other and doing things for each other.
That was the best season that women's soccer has actually ever had at my school, and being the underdog, no one thought we'd be able to come back from that. No field, no school. I think that's what really it took to get the team and the school to unite.
We were right around a 500 team, and then we got into playoffs and we caught something.
A special honor tonight for a group of deserving women. The San Jose Earthquake soccer team paid tribute to the winners of the NorCal Regional Soccer Championships from Cardinal Newman High School. You may recall half of that school burned to the ground after last year's North Bay fires.
That's probably one of my best high school memories. The playoffs and just finishing out that season and the run that we had.
For Keely to finish the shot, I mean, she took a couple touches and she hit a ball that you probably can't hit much better. And I think a lot of the girls stopped for a second and then realized it did happen and they came together. And I think there was such joy in the whole thing. When you look at that banner and you see all the names on it, all those players were part of the change of perception of the program. That was Keely's junior year. The following year, we then won NCS.
Those championship games, those big goals, those things are just memories you don't forget. As a soccer player, you really live for those moments.
That's something that when you talk to them, that they'll remember for the rest of their lives, because it's life-changing. And it just shows you how these kids really are, how they bounce back, and their durability.
You know, you have 12 girls and they're packing in 2 vans, and it's because they're going to spend their Friday night driving down to San Francisco to basically relive the memories and to let Keely know that we're still there and we're following you, and what you're doing at USF, they still feel part of. That's what shows how special it was last year and the year before, and really what Keely means to these girls.
Santa Rosa is now thriving, and I think Newman is doing well. It's back to where it should be and almost better, so I'm happy to see my community rebound like that and to have been a part of something that's a hard time but almost a special time to look back on.